So what skills do you guys have to support the production?
Stenography, typewriting.
Yeah.
I've seen a movie. It was that one where the train comes at the camera, so I'm well versed with sort of that newfangled media technology. I have a wide set of skills, I'd say.
Nice. Did you say stenography?
Hell yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's a classic.
Which shorthand do you use?
I
Greg shorthand, Pittman shorthand, like which one?
actually use Czech shorthand.
Oh, I've never
Yeah,
heard of that. That's cool.
yeah. I learned it in an alternative school, but it still gets the job done.
Yeah, I got you. Well, Daniel, if you're asking that question of me, I could try to handle the like visual aspects of this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of podcasts are going to like video, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could support that, I suppose, if people were interested.
Yeah, we just gotta gather in a booth and then get a really good camera and then, dude, I will take it from there.
Yeah, so we have none of that.
Daniel, you really closed the door on us giving you some help. That's your own fault.
I'm sorry, I should be a little more open-minded. You're right.
Exactly.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
And someone else.
And someone else.
Oh.
No, there's no one else. I think this is the first time the two of you have been on together. I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So John and Alex, famously, they're best friends. Pretty much
exactly.
So guys, why don't you get into Alex? I mean, I know you wanted to, this is right up your alley, obviously. So why don't you talk about like all the great memories? I'm sure you got, top 16 memories with John that you could kind of run down. I mean, we don't have to hear all 16. Maybe you got more than that. So go ahead. I'll hand the baton to you here.
Yeah, of course. Well, 16, I think is, I think you're being smart in keeping the time constraint on this podcast we have, because I have literally thousands, but I guess we can condense it down to the double digits. The first one was 1978. We robbed a bank. That was like Ocean's 6. That was a good time. You remember that, John?
Yeah, exactly.
Who else was
definitely,
with you guys?
I was the mastermind behind that.
Yeah.
Don't even try to claim like mastership over that. No, I was the mastermind. Please keep that in mind.
No, that's an important. Because I think there was some pushback from Jeremy with that whole ordeal. So it's sort of a political thing, Daniel. You just have to keep in mind when bringing it up, especially with those two parties. So no, but John was definitely the one in control.
I understand Don was the dominant figure in this aspect.
Oh yeah. He's the George Clooney of that heist.
In what sense?
Oh, I mean, George Clooney. He was going for the. He literally staged a heist in order to get back the girl. I watched Ocean's 11 like, I don't know, a couple months ago, and that was the first.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, but you weren't after your motivation was not to quote unquote get the girl. What was it again, John?
To get the money.
Yeah. I mean,
Can you blame me?
no, I mean, I was a little surprised by George in the movie. I was like, I don't know if that's the best thing to do, putting all those guys' lives in danger. The bag is enough, and we got the bag.
And
You gotta get the
and
bag.
from what I remember, obviously I wasn't as involved. What I remember is John, you were stealing money from a large orange juice corporation. Was that correct? Or
It was a diet lemonade factory, frankly.
oh, okay. Something. Sorry, I mixed those up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the citrus beverage ballpark, Daniel. So I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, you're close. Daniel, you're close. I respect your tenacity in, cornering me or trying to corner me.
Yeah, but as we saw in the heist, John Roberts is he's able to escape that kind of thing. He's able to get out of it.
Yeah. Hard to beat a good lawyer, right?
You can say that again.
I hired Saul Goodman. Do you know why his name is Saul Goodman? Like from the Breaking Bad universe? Do you know why his name is Saul Goodman?
No, I've
Because it's because it's Saul Goodman. Saul Goodman. You see what I mean?
wow. Okay,
It's pretty slick. It's pretty slick.
That's high level. Jeez.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I was just watching Better Call Saul. I was just watching that just now, like within an hour ago.
Is that like actually what do they say that, or is that like just a really?
Yeah, he does. He does. He says, "So good, man." He says that to his friend. I'm not trying to
This is real.
do spoilers, but I'm telling you, dude, yeah, that is actually the reason.
Damn.
Saul Goodman is not his real name.
Although
He's a con man.
Yeesh, that's pretty cool.
we are approaching the point in the show where we have to start asking, is John drunk? I'm not sure we're quite there yet, but we're getting close to that.
No, I'm not.
It's just a question. It's a game. This is part of the game.
I have made that mistake before. I will not make that mistake again. But
All right. So sounds like you guys have been getting into a lot of media content. And then Alex, any big plans coming up?
Big plans. Well, no, nothing crazy. I see my family for the holidays. I don't. It's big. I'm excited, but it's nothing out of the ordinary.
where are you coming from?
I'm coming from the gigantic state of Texas, the second most gigantic state. The city of Austin.
A flight or drive there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like 14 and a half hours without stopping. So it's a good 2-day trip. Yeah. It's undesirable to say the least. So yeah, so I drop hundreds of dollars to fly.
I do not blame you.
Yeah. No, it's worth it. It's worth it. What about you guys? Any schemes or machinations more interesting than mine?
This isn't very interesting, but I will be driving back to my parents. It's only a 2-hour drive. I am in the middle of Georgia, at least where I was raised. So,
Story.
It'll be cool to see him again. It's been a while. What about you, Daniel? What are your plans?
Not really any plans. I'm working next week, so
Nice, that's great. I guess they do.
I respect that.
They do need people, huh? It doesn't just stop.
yeah, someone's got to do it. It's a 24-hour kind of a job. So I'm working next week, so not a ton of time to really do much.
Yeah.
What's
What's the longest duration in which you have worked?
like total consecutive hours?
Hours, like consecutive. Yes. I'm just curious.
What's the question? To both days or hours? What are you asking?
No. I'm saying consecutive hours. What is the highest number you have ever racked up?
Well, we work 12-hour shifts, so you're only there for 12 hours.
Okay, so it's regulated. Okay, I got you.
It's pretty sad. No, they don't just hold. Although, I don't know, like firefighters work 24 hours.
Yeah.
So
They get a really long time off, though, I think.
well, they work. Well, it depends. I mean, it depends on probably every ordinance. I guess is the word. Probably does it differently, but at least the ones here are 24 on, 72 hours off. You work one day.
Wow, that's a decent deal.
And they can sleep and that sort of stuff during the 24 hours.
Yeah. So. Well, no, I'm just saying it could be far worse. They could be treated far worse in my experience from what I've seen.
As a firefighter? Yeah.
No, but from what I've heard, I don't know. I'm not so experienced in that field of things, though. Do you know any firefighters, like personally? Like either of you?
I did meet one. Like I don't know him super well, but it was interesting. He works like 2 hours away from where he lives because he has to. He doesn't have to be there. It's like not 9 to 5, obviously. What we were literally just talking about, it's true. I just found that very interesting because when you strike up a conversation with someone, you kind of expect them to have a fairly similar life to you just based on previous experience. So when it's something like that, it's like, oh, that's different. So it was somewhat remarkable. What about you, Daniel? You kind of have to be a firefighter in some aspects, I guess, like with emergency protocol, like you kind of have to know what to do, like a little bit, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we do firefighting stuff.
Okay. You're
on.
the firefighter.
And then we get trained by the state and county firefighters. So I guess in that aspect, I do know firefighters. The it's technically a firefighter. So. Yeah. What was the question? They fight fires, John. Next question.
Well, you are the host, correct, Daniel? You should ask us questions.
Do you guys know who Heat Miser and Snow Miser are?
I do not.
Oh man. Okay, that's all right.
It doesn't sound all right. What are you getting at?
No,
Alex?
it's like one of those old it's like a Christmas TV special from the 60s or something. There are these two dudes. They're very comical. They're characters, but
like the Three Stooges.
It's just two guys. It's like the hot one, Heat Miser, and the cold one, Snow Miser. They're basically they represent they control the heat versus this cold weather, and they're very temperamental, and they have a whole song and everything. They're worth checking out, I think. Daniel, are you acquainted with them at all?
Sounds familiar. Probably haven't seen it in a long time. I mean, believe it or not, I'm not as exposed to
That's crazy.
Christmas-related content as other people.
Yeah, I wonder why that would be. So cool. I'm glad I asked a Christianity specific question. So
Yeah.
so we could ostracize people. And I teed that up pretty nicely. All right.
So what are you guys doing for Christmas? What are we doing here?
Yeah. What are we doing for the religious holidays? Just kidding. I already gave my plans. No, Daniel, as the host, please. I tried to wrest control from you, but it was obviously ill-fated. Please take over.
So take control. This is not like the heist from 19. You guys robbed the Diet Lemonade factory. We're allowed to assume.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I did have something planned, but I forgot about it. So.
Oh, come on, Daniel. You have more mental fortitude than that. Surely.
Yeah.
Come on, Daniel. You can do it.
I'm with John here. I'm a little disappointed and frankly surprised.
Dude, seriously.
I'm looking here. Hold on.
Danny, you a OneNotes guy, or are you like a pen and paper kind of dude?
It's more just kind of a situation.
Clearly neither.
But now I don't know why someone else's resume is in my suggested Google Drive folder.
Wait, whoa. Straight up?
I'm trying to figure out where this person's resume, like it's probably in like some Georgia Tech. Oh, here we go. Folder.
Yeah, were you like checking somebody's resume?
Well, no, hey, there's a bunch of people's resumes in here. Where is this?
Whoa. You fell into the forbidden room.
Why are they shared with me? Oh, they're not. They haven't been updated since 2021.
That's recent enough.
How did they get shared with me?
Mine hasn't been updated since 2021.
Yeah, now I'm digging through this whole like Google Drive archive shared things.
Do any of them have podcast experience?
I don't think so.
You could have found what you're looking for.
Let's see. Let's look at this person's resume. Does this person have podcasting experience? No.
How
did I come across this resume?
You're fired.
I was going to the podcast questions, but now I can't even find those. And I got distracted, as we've already talked about. Oh, there we go.
So it's our fault. It's our fault. It's not your fault, is it, Daniel?
No.
Bro.
I distracted myself with the whole resume.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well that's charitable. I appreciate that.
I would say. Well, let me ask you guys this. I think I ask this every winter, but I want to get a good gauge on what the right thing to do here is. So, as you know, I live in an area that snows fairly frequently, right?
Yes.
And even when it's not snowing, it's probably a little too warm, and it ends up raining. I mean, we're talking multiple days a week, okay? So, when is the right time, or how often should you wash your car?
Oh wow. Okay. John, you wanna take lead on this one, or am I volunteering you? Is that what I'm doing? No, I just
you're volunteering me.
Hey,
no, no, I don't really wash my car all that. Well, I say car, but truck. I have a pickup truck. I don't wash it that often, but I don't really get dirty either. I know a lot of people who take their trucks mud bogging or whatever you call it. Like, I mean, I don't do that. There's a tiny bit of grit and dirt that, gets onto my car, just from, regular use, but I really just, do you really want to pay like $30 every couple of weeks just to get rid of like the tiniest amount of dirt? I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just very, stingy with money. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Wait a minute, are you paying $30 for a car wash?
Well, no, I mean 20 maybe.
What kind of car wash are we talking? Because I get one, I want to say once every, I mean, I think in the summer I get it more because it's dusty here in Texas. And then so it just looks not great. I also have a dark colored car, so it like stands out. So I get it, maybe once every.
Well, see, that's the thing. I always thought that a darker colored car would be better, like for, dirtiness or whatever, but I was told that a lighter colored car would be better. I don't know. I mean, it depends on where you live, I guess, because, if you have a darker colored paint job and you're somewhere where there's a bunch of clay and stuff, like light colored, like sand and stuff,
Yeah.
maybe then it's a bad idea, but I don't know. I got talked into getting a lighter color paint job on my truck. So, and it's a little, I don't know. Go ahead.
So here's an important factor, right? Like, since
What's
it's
that?
so much here, there's a lot of salt on the road, right? The road is constantly covered in salt, so you are dealing with that. Your car gets very dirty. And I'll just give you an idea of how often it snows here. So I pulled up the 10-day forecast. Well, we'll just look at about a week. We'll look at, 1 week forecast. So today, or tonight, I guess, we got snow showers, okay? Today, and for our listeners, today, by today I mean Sunday. So Sunday, snow showers. Monday, snow. Tuesday and Wednesday, cloudy, okay? Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I have a combination of rain and snow every day. So fairly frequent, as you can see, right?
Yeah.
There is the point to washing your car at any point in the next week.
Well, I mean, it's just going to get dunked on again, isn't it?
Yeah, but then you don't want to let that salt build up on the car because then it can kind of start to erode away at the.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to deal with rust or anything. Goodness. I'm not an expert in this field. Maybe, I don't know, every couple of weeks. So for reference, I'm paying about $10 per car wash. I do like the gas station one. I haven't done like a real one in like ever.
That's interesting because John can't find anything cheaper than $45.
Yeah, I think he said 70. That is kind of crazy over there.
No, I said 120.
Okay.
And I would also consider doing it myself, but I don't have like a driveway, so I'd be doing it.
Yeah,
yeah, dude, I bought a water hose and because I just assumed that I would have a spigot, for attaching to and, running water through. And apparently, no, there is not any access to water where I live. Not from like the yard, at least.
Huh.
No access to any water of any
No,
kind.
okay. I mean from the outside. From the outside.
Okay.
Alex basically lives in the desert, but John has not seen water in years.
Are you like crushing leaves and like sucking the moisture out of them? So
yes. You know that, who was it, Bear Grylls, like, didn't he take elephant, excrement and squeeze like moisture out of it?
Man,
as water. That was, he was, I feel very distinctly that I remember him doing that on a TV show. And that really just disgusted me. I could not take him seriously after that.
Man, perhaps he did that. I watched some of his shows, but I never I can't say I have an encyclopedic knowledge. I know he was He was known for like drinking his own piss.
Definitely piss. Definitely piss. He was like, oh, time to drink my own piss. Yeah. Anytime I know that was a huge meme like a few years ago, but still, he did stuff with like elephant crap, apparently.
Man, that's a little,
it's a bit much, right? It's a bit much.
I think that's a step farther because there's probably way more bacteria and stuff, and it's also just like a matter of principle, just way grosser. I feel like.
A matter of principle, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh goodness.
Oh, it's awful. What about you, Daniel? Do you think that you would have what is the most disgusting thing that you would do to preserve your own life in the wild?
Is this where we've gone to?
Yeah. Do you think you would do the Bear Grylls tactic of drinking your own piss? Or do you think you would be scared to do that? How do you feel about this?
I think at some point you got to do whatever you have to do, right?
Yeah. No, well, I'm with you. I would do the same, but I don't know if I would like squeeze elephant shit to get a tiny bit of water out of it like Bear Grylls did. I don't know.
I'd have to be like hallucinating at that point. Like I really think.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the final straws, I think. Like,
but that's the thing. He was on a show. He just did it like for a demonstration. He wasn't actually dying of like thirst.
Yeah. Oh man. Well,
I'm telling you, I was like 8 years old and I saw that on TV and I was like, I never forgot it. I was like, oh my God, like what is wrong with this dude?
You were 8-year-olds before you saw that clip, and then you were 18 afterwards because it aged.
Yes, I was. It aged me prematurely. It destroyed my childhood.
Horrific. So what's everybody's biggest childhood trauma? I'm just kidding. We're not going to.
Yeah, no. That's what I was about to say. What do you think made you feel like, what is the biggest step in maturity that you've ever had to go through, if I may ask, Alex? Like, when did you say, okay, I went from a child to an adult at this point?
Man, I don't even know if I feel like that now. That's a good question, John. No, I'm trying to think. No, there's something in there.
Yeah, there is for me too. I'm thinking of it too. I know there's something.
It's buried.
I've just buried it.
Yeah. Daniel, can you relieve us? Was there a time when you grew more chest hair than normal on a day because of an event?
Growing chest hair. I'm still waiting on that.
Metaphorically.
Oh, sorry. Was that? I'm sorry. My internet went out for like the past 10 seconds. What were y'all saying?
I think nothing was accomplished. I just redirected the question to Daniel.
Oh, okay. That's a very smart move.
Yeah, and then I changed topics. Alex and I are pros at this.
Yeah.
Well, not a pro me, but that's a topic for another time.
I don't know. In a lot of ways, I'm still immature.
I feel.
Oh, dude, I relate to that more than you could possibly imagine.
And then in other ways, I've always been mature. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, Daniel,
I get that.
I think there's some elements of you, Daniel, that are just like, more erudite understanding of the things in the way that some people our age may not be. Good on you, lad.
What do y'all, if y'all are comfortable saying this, what is something that you have done recently, like, I don't know, within the past couple of years where you were like, you kind of cringe at yourself? You know, one of those things where you're trying to fall asleep at night and then you just say, oh my God, why did I do that? Do you ever have any thoughts like that?
Man, I think you'd have to be a special person to not have those thoughts.
Yeah. Well, do you have any? Okay, hold on. I will give one of my. Yeah. I remember one time we went into that new Georgia Tech building. I forget what it's called now, but it was a really tall building. What was it called?
Oh no, the Coda building, the one that's like kind of in Midtown.
Oh, it might have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went with a couple of friends, and I was joking around. I tried to like beat them down to the lobby after we were, ready to leave. And then I got lost and they spent like 20 minutes trying to find me and my phone died and I was completely humiliated. And that keeps me up at night, man. I feel so bad about that.
Man. Oh yeah. I don't know if that doesn't seem too terrible. Can you laugh at it?
I pissed my friends off so bad though. They were so pissed and I don't blame them either, but.
Yeah.
Well, what were you saying?
No, I was just, yeah. If you'd made the friends mad, I can see how that would, it's 2:30 a.m. and then all of a sudden you're literally perpendicular to the bed. You're like, dang it. No, I think, I don't know if I have, what came to mind for me was nothing as poignant as that, like one specific incident, but more of just, sometimes it'll just be random conversations that I had, like freshman or sophomore year. And I'm just like, why did I ever talk like that? Just like.
Oh yeah, I get that too. Yeah, where you make edgy jokes or something, and you feel bad afterwards. It's like, why did I say that? It's like you feel like a piece of crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, an amalgamation of moments like that. I'd say that's my answer going.
I relate to that more than you could possibly imagine. I'm telling you, dude.
Hey, but I think that's what growth is about, is that you can't.
Yeah, you learn not to do it anymore. Right.
Right, Daniel?
Yeah, come on, Daniel. Give us a good story.
I don't have anything. I have plenty of jokes that flop.
I did like that, what was it called? Under the Couch, that, where you did the, comedy special briefly. I liked that a lot, actually. I'm not even just saying that to kiss your ass. That was funny.
John, you're not getting paid for this.
You were like a version of Seinfeld that isn't an asshole. Like,
whoa. That's high praise.
Seinfeld, but not an asshole. Talking about, whatever I was talking about, Condom Express.
And all those jokes that you said, it was, I don't know. I enjoyed that a lot. Have you done anything like as far as comedy since then?
No, I think I workshopped some stuff with someone a few weeks ago. It's always hit and miss.
A few weeks ago, really?
No, like just I think it was like after the podcast. They were like,
oh, you're talking, okay, gotcha.
Not a public thing. Workshopping. I don't even remember what they said was good or bad. I have to figure that out again. And I have some loose thoughts, but I'd have to go down to the big city.
The big city.
Gonna ask, what's the scene, comedy, and then like in general in your locale in terms of that entertainment opportunity?
I would call it absent. Well, I'm sure I could go to like a local bar. For example, like my manager at work owns a bar kind of near work, where they have like musicians sometimes. So I'm sure I could ask to do like a set. The problem is, the clientele are interesting, and I'm not sure I would appeal to them.
Yeah.
Well, I've always thought it was interesting to hear like Bill Burr sets. Like who are your favorite comedians? Do you think? Like if you had to name a couple off the top of your head, like who comes to mind? I like Norm Macdonald too.
He's funny.
People like that. Who do you think?
Yeah,
I know I'm putting you on the spot a bit, but
I don't watch much I know it sounds ironic. I don't watch much comedy. So
oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anyone specific. I enjoy most things but as far as
that's fair. That's fair. I only got into it a bit more recently. I'm a huge fan of Bill Burr though. That guy, I swear, he is like the comedian's comedian, In my opinion, at least, he can really just. It's like same thing as Norm Macdonald, where it's like you can't help but admire like what he's going for. It's like they aim to make half of the audience groan and the other half of the audience laugh their asses off. One of those things, where it's like they're trying to toe the line as closely as possible.
Mm.
I've always admired that. What do you think, Alex?
I think that approach is. I've seen. I'm not like a comedy aficionado or anything, but like the little.
No, me neither. But yeah,
the shorts they'll like pop up, and I've heard from both of them. They do that. There's some Norm Macdonald jokes that are like. They get you laughing, and you're also like, oh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Yeah, it's like yeah. He said some stuff like, what was the one? No, I won't say it here, but yeah, he'll make the audience go back and forth from groaning to laughing to groaning to laughing. You'll be like, oh, you don't know what to do now, do you? It's he really just, yeah, I admire that a lot. He really knows how to,
play with their emotions.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have any people who come to mind for you, Alex, who you enjoy, especially as a comedian? Apart from Daniel, obviously.
Yeah. He's in the pantheon for sure. I think another one I find funny is George Carlin. I guess he's a little older, but dude,
I love him. Yeah.
Because he's also, it's like, I mean, I think as a comedian, it's really easy. Well, I'm about to like say if it's easy to be a comedian. I feel like a common thing for comedians to do is to like bash on like establishment sort of.
Yeah, like pandering. It's easy to pander, to the audience and, not really say anything, substantial.
Yeah, exactly. But I think when George Carlin does it, I've heard some of his things. I'm like, oh, that's like, there's some value, I guess, or like it seems like it's more well thought out than some of the other like just regular.
Are you there? Sorry, my internet cut out again. My bad.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah, they say stuff that is substantial. Some of these great comedians, like have you heard much Chappelle?
Yeah, he definitely comes on a lot.
Oh yeah, I love him. What do you like about Carlin especially?
I think part of it is his voice. He also he voiced I think Thomas the Tank Engine for maybe a season or two or something.
Whoa, did he really?
Yeah,
I never heard that.
You should definitely fact check me on that. But I know Daniel in his gigantic love for trains could probably tell you more, but I think he's just also like the dry humor. I can't.
Yeah, I live for dry humor like that. Absolutely,
it's the best. So yeah,
it's kind of like the difference between, and that's another thing too. Like I've seen where Bill Burr feels like a continuation of Carlin. In some sense at least, and or Norm Macdonald, where, I don't know if you've seen that, interview of Norm Macdonald on Bill Maher's, real time. You know what I mean?
I think I've seen like bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, well, the thing was, the main idea was, Bill Maher is just, he's always trying to seem so intelligent, so smart, like he's smarter than the whole audience. And then, Norm Macdonald is so, personable,
Yeah.
And it's like, he got 10 times the laughs that Maher did on his own show. And it's like,
Nice.
yeah, it's like, you have to admire him for that. He's so much more likable, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm looking Bill Maher. What is that guy? I see him here and I like recognize his face. What is his like occupation?
He's kind of like a late night host.
Oh, gotcha.
He sees himself as being kind of in the middle. He's a bit left leaning, but not super far. I mean, he's made fun of both sides, but
yeah,
he's he always just tries to seem like he thinks he's more intelligent than anyone else.
Gotcha.
And then that's why, yeah. And that was what I was going to say about Bill Burr. Bill Burr made him look like an idiot too. It's like,
yeah.
you can't try to pretend that you're smarter than your whole audience. No one likes that, right?
Yeah, it's super.
No one likes that.
Yeah, you're not rooting for someone like that. Yeah.
Gotta be personable.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I've been ranting too much. What do y'all like to talk about though?
I know someone who's been quiet for a couple minutes.
Yeah, Daniel, I think you should introduce a new topic.
Well, guys, that's the show this week.
Wow. Did you ever find your idea for the show?
No, it's gone.
Wow.
Why is that?
Yeah. It's gross negligence.
Sometimes things just get lost. They get lost. But I'm sure they'll come back in next week's episode. Alex, did you want to tease next week's episode?
Daniel, I thought you'd never ask. Well, I hope you guys are ready for a special winter episode. We're going to be talking about cold fronts, why snowflakes are always symmetrical, and hear from one of our special guests that we have not heard from in a long time, but we know is a fan favorite. We've been trying to get them, but they've been very busy. They have other commitments as well. So I hope you guys are ready to tune in for that. Bundle up, make some hot cocoa, and get a loved one if you have one. If not,
I don't. Don't worry, I don't.
It doesn't have to be a significant other. I mean, it can be your favorite mug that you're drinking out of, honestly. But all that being said, we got a fun episode planned next week. Hope you guys come out and join us with Daniel and someone else.